Guys, football, fantasy football guys, welcome back. Neighborhood picks. We're here for season 2. Football starting. Last year we started from scratch, built it up to a couple hundred. By the end of the year, we had a blast. I've just been sitting back, taking a little time to enjoy my summer, and I'm starting to see lists and things to get me going, and it feels like it's the right time for us to get going with football. And I told T Rich, my producer, once I start, I'm not stopping. So today we're getting into it. Guys, before we start, this is Neighborhood Picks, YouTube. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. We do start and sits every Sunday morning. We do live game feeds. We do just about everything. Football, we really killed it last year and had a blast, so we're ready to go again. The list will be out. The reason I'm doing this warm-up video is I'm going to start diagramming teams, 2 teams each day, and comparing them and their skilled players in regards to fantasy and real life, but mostly fantasy first. So I'd like to know in the comment box where you guys want me to start. What do you guys want to see me do? Lists of this position, that position, teams, certain divisions. Where do you want me to start? And let me know your feedback so we could do these things together. The one list that I wanted to start off with, this is like batting practice for me. I'm just getting warm. I've been cold. I've been off for a little while. The NBA is a different sport. So now I'm just loosening it up. So the one thing that caught my eye was this year in fantasy football, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is the deepest I've ever, since I started fantasy football in 2003 or 4, this is the deepest I've ever seen the quarterback position. There's literally 12, 13 guys that could give you monster numbers, and it's really become a passing league. And that's why I had a huge problem with the top 10. I don't like the top 10 at all. I saw the ESPN top 10. Lamar Jackson wasn't even in the top 10. Timeout. Lamar Jackson, if he's not on your top 10 list, you don't even belong making a list. Lamar Jackson is a top quarterback, period. Like one of the top ones, not 10s. Lamar Jackson, everybody's got their own skill set and style. Lamar Jackson is one of the best quarterbacks in football. He was hurt last year. His whole fucking team went down. All of his running backs, no receivers. And he still played decent and rushed for 800 yards, and he was hurt. So pump the brakes on Lamar not being a top 10 quarterback. Here's my list. The top quarterback in the NFL, we're going 1 to 10. We're not going 10 to 1. We're going best to worst. So Lamar Jackson, he's in there. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in football right now still. He's number 1. Is he going to produce in fantasy this year? Probably. Does he have Devontae Adams? No. But Aaron Rodgers is going to play efficient quarterback. So he's the best quarterback in football. Now, Tom Brady threw for 5,300 yards. He's got a gun. He knows everything that's going to happen before it happens. He's the best winner ever. Tom Brady is 2. Okay? You can't put anybody ahead of those guys. Now, number 3, the guy who's the hottest leaving last season, the guy who made the biggest impression, like, wow, this guy's a star, other than Joey B, it's Josh Allen. If you took a poll and said, who's the next MVP out of the young quarterbacks, Josh Allen wins that poll 9 out of 10. So I got to put Josh Allen at 4 because they got Diggs. They got a good team in Buffalo. Allen, run, throw. He's very tough. So Rodgers at 1, Brady at 2, Allen at 3. Number 4 is my favorite young quarterback, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is my favorite. And between the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Broncos, I'm down on Denver. I think Russell Wilson's a half a phony. I think he's full of shit. I don't think he's as good as the A-plus tier he thinks he's in. And I think Denver's going to be in last place in that division. Derek Carr is better than Russell Wilson in 2022. Derek Carr is better than him right now, and he's got better receivers, and he's throwing for 5,000 yards a year. I don't want to hear Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl with the Legion of Doom. No. So anyway, Herbert's number 4. Because he won a Super Bowl last year, I'm putting Stafford at number 5 because he went all the way up, won the Super Bowl, threw 41 touchdowns. I don't like 17 interceptions. They might not get there if he throws 17 or more interceptions this year, but I'm going to let Stafford be at number 5 because of what he did last year. 6 used to be 1. Mahomes had a year where he was twirling around, looked a little slow and chubby, and his twirling wasn't working, and everything he used to get away with, not getting away with. I need to see him come back to earth, center, play the position of quarterback. This ain't the fucking Harlem Globetrotters. Mahomes down to 6 slides. 7 right behind Mahomes, Lamar, former MVP. You got a lot of balls as a geek at a major network putting a guy that's 26 years old or whatever he is, something like that, that was an MVP, not in the top 10 because he was dinged up last year with nobody else healthy either. Come on. Lamar Jackson, run, throw, everything. Top 10 all day. Number 7. Then at number 8, you got the cool kid from the block, Joey B, Joe Burrow. He just shows that he's got it. He reminds me a lot of Tom Brady. Just the feel for the game, toughness, added to everything. Joe Burrow is a top 10 quarterback, and I don't think anybody's going to dispute that. Everybody loves that kid. Number 9, I got Carr. Derek Carr has been a really good quarterback for a long time. He's had huge years. He always gets ignored. And now he's got his college teammate, Devontae Adams, and the Raiders are pretty good. Give me Carr over Russell Wilson this year. Remember that right now. Video number 1 of season number 2. But after Carr, number 10 is going to surprise some people. Fuck Russell Wilson. And here's why. The Colts. The Colts are a tough team. Offense, defense, ridiculous. Matt Ryan, MVP just about 4 or 5 years ago. I expect with Jonathan Taylor running and that defense, I expect Matt Ryan to have a little Matt Stafford-ish season. You know what I'm saying? I could see Ryan having a great season with a top-notch team because he's a veteran quarterback with a big arm that knows how to make the reads. So I'm putting Matt Ryan in my top 10 for the Colts. And that's my top 10. So we got Rodgers at 1, Brady at 2, Josh Allen at 3, Herbert at 4, Stafford at 5, Mahomes at 6, Lamar at 7, Joey Burrow at 8, Derek Carr at 9, Matt Ryan at 10. If you didn't hear the guy that you wanted on your list, that's because I don't think he's good enough to be on the list now. This is not career resume time. It's where you're at right now. That's why Mahomes went down. And you can't shit on a guy because he was dinged up. Lamar Jackson is top 10. So that's the first one today. It's my warm-up. It's early quarterback rankings. We didn't even start our real rankings yet. We're going to do the whole league, quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends, all that. Then we're going to do teams and skilled positions, depth charts. And I want you guys to comment and let me know what you want me to go at. And then we'll go from there. So this is Neighborhood Picks. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's have fun and get ready for a new football season. Can't wait. Bart Scott Boys.